Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, here to react to the Raptors' 108-98 win against the Detroit Pistons. No Fred tonight, no Serge for the Toronto Raptors, and the Pistons were without Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. Sorry, his name slipped me. But it was, for the people that watched, it was a pretty ugly game to start, to say the least. Toronto got down very big early. It was just a very messy game for the Raptors. I guess we're shorthanded, but so were the Pistons, and it didn't look good. But the second half, the end of the second, the Raptors took over this game and handily destroyed the Pistons. And obviously, DeMar and Lowry, they're looking forward to the playoffs. They weren't super engaged tonight. Didn't take many shots. Lowry only took 8. DeMar only took 12. DeMar had 16 points on 6 of 12 shooting, 7 assists, and Lowry had 11 and 9 on 8 shots. So the backcourt was fine tonight, but the player that really took over this game, the player that said, I got to get this dub for the Toronto Raptors, was Jonas Valanciunas with 25 points and 9 rebounds tonight, 11 of 13 from the field, 100% from the three-point line, 1 for 1. Just Jonas Valanciunas loves to play in Detroit, or at least against the Pistons. It's usually because he absolutely owns Andre Drummond, but Andre Drummond didn't even play tonight, and Jonas, I don't care. He's gonna bring it to the Detroit Pistons every time we play him. Didn't matter who they threw on Jonas, he gave constant production all night, which is a great sight to be seen. Love to see Jonas play well, play confident, getting the touches too, especially going to the playoffs. I know every playoffs, every year for the past, ever since we've had this core, everyone's looking for Jonas to get more touches, because he usually is our most consistent scorer. So to see him get a lot of shots, get a groove going tonight, awesome sight to be seen. But one place the Toronto Raptors did not have their groove going was from the three-point line, especially the bench guys. Just a complete mess. Seemed for a while there, open threes were not falling. I know we didn't have Fred tonight, and Serge isn't really a great shooter, but he has been better as of late. But CJ, he played a lot better last game. Really missed the mark tonight. Did some other things pretty good. He wasn't a complete mess on the basketball court, but me and Riker got into this yesterday. We need CJ Miles to be able to knock down those threes, especially the open ones in the playoffs. Can't have him missing shots like that, so that's not a great sight. And Norman Powell, he didn't look bad. That might be a hot take. He played pretty comfortable, but man, the shots were not falling for Norm tonight. He went 0 for 6. So, love to see a nicer game from those two players in the playoffs when they're given the ball and told to knock down shots, because those are your two wing guys off the bench, and we need those guys to knock down shots. And yeah, the rest of them, Lorenzo Brown, he came in, played very well. Didn't really have it going from 3, but had 11 points, 5 rebounds. I think he'll be a good player next season. This may be the next game, might be the last look we get at Lorenzo Brown, unless an injury or something happens in the playoffs. So I really like him as a talent. Shout out to Lorenzo Brown. Alfonso McKinney, he's a good player too. Got 5 minutes tonight. Didn't see too much out of him, but I think these guys could be good. We don't have a big sample size with those players. Big Yak, he had himself a game tonight as well. The bigs always bring it to Detroit. I already got into Jonas. Yak was absolute beast tonight too. Threw down a couple nasty dunks. 12 points, 7 rebounds. Love to see that out of Yak. He had a slump there. Seems like he's back. He's been great for the past couple games. And Pascal Siakam in the starting lineup tonight. 10 points, 6 rebounds. He given the energy as always. But the thing, love to see out of Siakam, he got a couple open corner threes, and he knocked them down. The playoff teams, when we're in the playoffs, they're going to scout the Toronto Raptors, and they're going to say, that guy, Pascal Siakam, we can't guard him. We don't need to guard him on the three-point line. We're going to focus on Lowry, DeMar, Fred more, and leave him out on the wing. That's just what teams are going to do. So if Pascal can just knock down the completely open ones, the ones where they disrespect him, that would be just so key for the Toronto Raptors. I'm getting excited to think about Pascal Siakam knocking down those tray balls, because he's a nasty player if you give him a jump shot. The potential with Siakam in a jump shot is too crazy. Obviously, he won't have it a very consistent one by the playoff time, but in the future, just gets me excited. Hopefully, it's semi-consistent in the playoffs, just the completely open ones. We don't need nothing crazy. So that's a great sight to be seen. OG had another good game. He was a beast last night against the Orlando Magic. Sorry, I'm forgetting who we were playing, but yeah, he had 8 points. I'd like to see him be a bit more aggressive with the shot. OG aggressive and confident, always the best OG. And yeah, I think I've gotten into everyone. The Pistons, just a classic game against the Pistons. Ish Smith kills us for some reason whenever we play the Pistons. This guy Luke Kennard, he hit a bunch of shots. Good player. And Reggie Jackson's back. The Pistons, this team, especially without Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond, they're a mess. So, and they didn't even play Dwight Bikes. Come on, Detroit. That's the one guy you gotta play. Obviously, for the people who don't know, Dwight Bikes, former Raptor, but most known for being one of the greatest 2K players, or 2K characters to play with in NBA 2K history. 2K14, 2K15, I want to say, throw on Dwight Bikes, automatic 3 every time you put it up. That's just some facts right there. I know, it was a weird game. The Raptors kind of sucked at the beginning. Started to play basketball second half. It was all good. These games don't matter too much, so we'll just go right into the segments. Tonight, the DeGoat play of the day has to go to Jonas. Lowry went down the baseline, did a little handoff to Jonas, threw down a nasty slam, big old poster over a Detroit player. I'm not sure who it was, don't really remember, but it was a great look to see Jonas throw down that basketball. But not all plays can be the play of the day, and some just make you say, oh geez. And tonight, I already talked about the OGs play of the game, and it was Siakam hitting those corner threes. I got a positive OGs tonight. I love to see Siakam knock down those threes. He doesn't have the greatest percentage, but when he knocks them down, it makes me say, oh geez. It's a positive thing, you know? And finally, the DeMarre Carroll Gold Star Award. We got an unconventional DeMarre Carroll Gold Star Award tonight. It's going to the concept of time, the fourth dimension in our universe. It's getting the DeMarre Carroll Gold Star Award because I want the playoffs to happen right now. We need to speed that thing up. This time is going too slow. We need to get right into the playoffs, right to when exams are over, all that crazy stuff out of the way. I want to see the Raptors absolutely dominate in the playoffs right now. Don't need none of these silly and mid-April games. I want the playoffs to happen right now. Anyways, that's it from me. Not too eventful of a game. The Raptors got the dub. That's what we need to see. Shoot for 60 wins. If we get the win tomorrow, we get a 60-win season. Imagine 60 wins in the Toronto Raptors. That would be a great look. Great look for the team. Great look for the city. Great look for you guys. You guys are the best. The Instagram's popping. The Twitter didn't get to live tweet the game tonight. Sorry about that. But just check out all the platforms. All that stuff. Stay tuned for all the things we got dropping. We got coming. And thanks for listening.